Heparin was used for teeth whitening and bleaching of clothes in ancient Rome. Yes, they rinsed their mouth with human and animal urine. Oh god, imagine all their clothes smelling like this. They definitely wash it out with water, but there's got to be that remaining sour smell. They left it to ferment beforehand, so that they would get ammonia from urine. Spider rain, you read that right, is a real and naturally occurring phenomenon. As Adele once said, set fire to the rain. So is frog rain and fish rain. You can smell your own lungs. Your brain just filters out the smell. Does that mean others can smell our lungs? Because their brains are not filtering out the smell. Is that why sneezes sometimes smell like, well, sneezes? Some perfumes, or more specifically, musks you use come from the anal and secretion glands of musk deers and civet cats. Wait till they learn about ambergris. Penguins are either hell out of anything that looks vaguely penguin-like, or doesn't move. In fact, it was so rampant, anything else. Wait till they learn about ambergris. Penguins are either hell out of anything that looks vaguely penguin-like, or doesn't move. In fact, it was so rampant that the 1910-13 Scott Antarctic expedition decided it was best not to bring it up, so society wouldn't have to deal with the issue it would bring up. Scientists witnessed males having sex with other males, and also with dead females, including several that had died the previous year. He also saw them sexually coerce females and shoot and occasionally kill them. The scientists blamed this astonishing depravity on ruling males, and wrote down his observations in Greek, so that only an educated gentleman would understand the horrors he had witnessed. When I clicked on this thread, I expected scary disease facts, not a century-old gay penguin necrophilia cover-up, and your username isn't helping the case either. I'm so glad there isn't a country full of Greek-speaking people. The world. I love penguins. Greeks. 1,000-meter stare. Cowl ski. Analysis. What is still usable? So, how the hell does a penguin sexually coerce anything? Cowl ski booty shake. A blue-winged octopus, found in the Pacific, is a tiny and cute little guy, but one painless bite gives enough venom to kill 25 male adults. These live everywhere on the coast where I live. I remember it being drilled into us really young not to stick our hand under rocks, or into rock pools on the shore, because once you realized something had happened it would be too late. Australia. I live in Australia. The search and rescue dogs on 9/11 were getting so sad from finding only dead bodies. The human helpers buried themselves in the rubble so that the dogs could find them. And BTP, they'll do this also if the rescue dogs aren't able to locate any people, living or otherwise, in the rubble. Cute, fuzzy little sea otters are known to RE baby seals to death. And penguins. Do you mean penguins get RE'd by sea otters, or penguins are sexual deviants? Because penguins are sexual deviants, pedophiles and necrophiliacs apparently. Ducks also have this habit. Shockingly, I knew ducks RE'd other ducks, but I haven't seen reports of them raping seals. In Australia there is a plant called the gympie which has such a severe sting that horses who brush against it throw themselves off cliffs, because they'd rather die than continue to experience the pain. Hi, I'm Coyote Peterson. Is that the one where they recommend slicing off the area affected with a penknife, because it's less painful? That's the one. Yeah, it happens to people too. I think it's because of the toxin in the needle-like fibers on the plant, and the pain lasts for weeks, months to years. People beg for amputations, suicides, comas, narcotics, the works. Not a fun plant. From the wiki article, Ernie Ryder, who was slapped in the face and torso with the foliage in 1963, said, for 2 or 3 days the pain was almost unbearable. I couldn't work or sleep. Then it was pretty bad pain for another fortnight or so. The stinging persisted for 2 years, and recurred every time I had a cold shower. There's nothing to rival it. It's 10 times worse than anything else. Yeah, that sounds like absolute hell. A sting lasting literally years. Gympie stinging tree history. North Queensland Road Surveyor AC. Macmillan was among the first to document the effects of a stinging tree, reporting to his boss in 1866 that his pack horse was stung, got mad, and died within 2 hours. Similar tales abound in local folklore of horses jumping in agony off cliffs and forestry workers drinking themselves silly to dull the intractable pain. Found this here in 1968. That year, the chemical defense establishment at Portsmouth, a top-secret laboratory that developed chemical weapons, contracted Alan C. Wright, then a professor of pathology at the University of Queensland, to dispatch stinging tree specimens. Chemical warfare is their work, so I could only assume that they were investigating its potential as a biological weapon, said Alan, now an honorary research consultant to the University of Queensland's National Research Centre in Environmental Toxicology. I never heard anything more, so I guess we'll never know. I wonder what horrors the researchers witnessed. Akka the suicide plant, one of Australia's lesser-known horrors. From a Google search it looks like a normal tree, easy to not notice. Is there anything in Australia that doesn't try to kill you? Migraines and strokes carry a lot of the same symptoms, so if you suffer regular migraines you may not notice you're actually dying one day. I'm a migraine sufferer and have nerve problems in my shoulder. That mean I regularly lose the feeling in my left arm. I could have a stroke and heart attack at the same time and think I'm having a normal day. Bedbugs procreate by traumatic insemination. Males literally stab females.